Daniel Sheehan here, joined by Sonny Edwards at the open workouts for Chris Eubank Jr. against Conor Benn, the rematch. Sonny, what do you think of the energy on Fight Week this week?
Yeah, I think yesterday I was here for the arrival, but I can't lie, I got off when Ish got off, so I managed to miss the main event. I wasn't sure how long Chris Eubank was going to take to arrive, so I didn't fancy waiting around, but quite subdued so far. I don't know, I'm hoping something kicks off, I don't know.
You mentioned there, so quite subdued. What do you put that down to? Do you think that's maybe, Conor's temperament? Last time round he was very angry, all guns blazing. He's a bit calmer this time. Do you think that might play a bit of a factor there?
Probably a lot of things. They probably also gained each other's respect the first time. They probably didn't have much respect for each other the first time round, but after you share 12 rounds, 12 rounds of fighting is probably the most honest conversation two men can have, and they learn more about each other than anyone else will ever know, so probably a bit of respect, also probably a bit of gratitude to each other as well. They're making the absolute bank for 2 fights against each other, you know what I mean? So they'll probably be best friends after this. I know if I fought someone that earned about 20 mil, I'd be good friends with them, you know what I mean?
You never know. Of course, we know you're here. Ishmael Davis is fighting on the weekend. What do you make of his matchup, and how do you see that stylistically playing out on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's a fight we like for Ish. It's a fight we wanted probably about 14, 18 months ago, whenever Ish first became the mandatory for the title. For one reason or another, it didn't happen. Should have happened earlier. Sam didn't want to take it on that day, etc. And then we're here. Look, Ish has stepped out of his trajectory a couple of times to fight the likes of Josh Kelly, Bokacek, even Ajako. It weren't in the trajectory of what we wanted for Ish. I was saying a minute ago, Ish has been in a boxing ring to compete less than 20 times. Anyone that's been in a boxing ring less than 20 times is considered a novice, but he's the highest level novice in the world of boxing, and every time he steps in the ring he gives the opponents absolute hell. They get out looking like they've had a car crash, and that's what the plan is on Saturday night. Give Sam Gilly hell. Nice kid, said he was a fan of Ish and his temperament and how he goes about his business, as he should be, and as we are him as well. We like Sam, it's nothing personal, that's why there's been no bad blood, no animosity. It's just a British title, a chance to realise a dream, and everything Ish has been working for all of these years. He's changed his life around to put himself into positions like these. Dead proud of him, and hopefully he takes it. I hope for Ish's sake that he doesn't become the nearly man, getting there, split decisions, and never something quite fits. If he goes and gets it this weekend, he's in a great, fantastic position as the champion, 2 belts, and it sets up a massive 2026 for him and the next stage of his career. Like he's been saying all week, it's the end of the beginning chapter for him, and it really is.
Yeah, you say there about the next stage of his career, 2026. Obviously, you always want to say, let's get through. You always want to say, let's get through this fight sort of day first. But surely in your mind, you have a few ideas of what you want to see from him and what you want to challenge for in 2026, right?
Yeah, I would like him to win the British title. Now we get to British level as the champion. I would like him to go through the British level, because he's kind of had to skip that to get opportunities, and now he's come back down to British level. If he wins that, look, I love the Bilal Fawaz fight. I love that. After the exposure he's just got and the massive grudge match he had with Junaid, that fight was built up massive. 2 very, very close fights that could have went either way both times. Especially more the second one, I thought, was even closer than the first one. Thought Junaid put up a fantastic fight, but Junaid, a good friend of mine, someone I've been around, trained around, spent my career around, really. But I think that's a great fight, and it's set up perfectly for the two of them. If Ish comes through this fight on the weekend, the English champion versus the British Commonwealth champion, it's a natural progression, and he would have a voluntary, so we could choose him. And I know Matchroom will probably have options for him, the way that the belly of the beast works, so that should be the easiest fight to make as well. So yeah, probably that, but at the same time, not overlooking Sam Gilly, because we've got a hard job. Ish knows that, we know that. It's not no walkover, no pushover, no gimme fight. It's a proper fight in Sam Gilly's backyard, so we're coming to cause a bit of an upset, even though I think from a lot of people Ish is probably the favourite.
And just the final one for yourself, we heard Charlie Parsons yesterday ask Eddie Hearn, Sonny Edwards, come back up. Any legs to that?
I think it's because I had surgery. I think people are just assuming that I had it for a comeback. I'm very comfortable and happy in where I am at right now. The commentary, the media work, small talk, managing 13, 14 fighters. I'm very busy. So So there is no immediate plans to get back in the ring. Would I ever say never? Would I say it would never happen? No, I wouldn't, especially if when I recover from this it feels stronger than it has for years. But like I said, I'm not in no desperate rush to prove anything or to get back in the ring. I do miss training, I do miss fighting, but at the same time I don't want to go down as a fighter that loses against people that he would otherwise beat.